Yo, what is up, everybody? What do you mean you can't remember the last time I streamed? Shut up, it was last week. People have been coming to my streams, that's how long it's been for real. Yo, big shout out to Chicago's Power Grid.
This is
so JDHer can be here. Yo, Flash, thank you for the 34 months. Appreciate you. Keep enjoying those emotes on me. Unmod Adobe so you can time him out for saying 6-7. I can't do that. He got seniority. Alright, dude, I haven't done a tier list in a while. That's what I haven't done. We haven't done a tier, like good old-fashioned tier list in a long-ass time. So I'm pretty excited. Plus, it hasn't been that long since I've been big running. Yo, Shark Teeth with the 22 months prime. Thank you so much, homie. Keep enjoying those emotes.
Bam.
Yo, by the way, fam, community night's coming up, which we're going to start be doing every month, and subs do get priority. Gotta wait for these ads to finish, you know what I'm saying? Gotta wait for these ads. It's on a Thursday? Listen, bro. It's okay, you'll be in the next one. They'll probably swap between Tuesdays and Thursdays, honestly. By the way, fam, I've been going hard on the flashcards. It's been kind of crazy. I'm getting pretty good at most loadouts. Some I'm missing a couple things, but most of them I'm surprised I can still remember some of them. By the way, fam, I don't know if you've heard about a little game called Escape from Ever After that came out just a little while ago, but there is a sub goal for it. If you want to see me play through that playthrough will take precedence over a lot of Ultra Hard Arc stuff because it's very fresh and very new, so I don't want to just like wait if I do make that sub goal. Not saying that Ultra Hard Arc is over, obviously, like it'll just be mixed in more. A $400 Jolteon plush? What the fuck? Who doing that? 400? Ooh, level 1 is possible? The challenge run potential. Damn, 10 to the final boss? That's crazy. Did you do the pit too? Pit ain't happening? The game's too early to say that. Oh, right now. I didn't see the RN right now. in due time. The game's only been out. The game hasn't even been out for a month. I don't believe anyone saying something isn't possible until it's been thoroughly explored. I think we've all learned our lesson. We've all said things aren't possible in Paper Mario. We've all said things like that, especially in the early days of the Glitz Pit. We've all learned our lesson. Anything is possible. Gen 9 power creep. Anyway, if you guys want to see me play through Escape from Ever After, you know what to do. Hit that sub. Or a gift one. Whatever you like. Anything is possible. I'm okay. I'm fine with gimmicks like that. I mean, T2ID has one forever, so... T2ID has one for, like, over a half of its challenges because of fucking Iron Cliffs, so I think it's fine. Got some bangers tonight. Okay, let's turn down the music a little. Let's just start on these tier lists, bro. Let's just get good. Let's jump in, bro, because this is gonna be a minute. It's gonna be a minute, bro. All right. Here we go. Okay, so we got 3 tier lists, okay? We got badges, we got moves, and we got items. The badges and moves will be pretty straightforward. The items one I need to create a special tier for. The cooked items. So yeah, we need to define our tiers. Well, first, okay. So, first, let's just talk about what this tier list is going to be, like I always do. These are going to be this is going to be tier lists for speed running. Now I've actually done a tier list. I did it. Oh god, I don't even know how long ago I did it. I'm going to check really quick. Just a quick check, chat. I have it posted. I made it a little... Damn, actually, it's been like a year and a half. Since Nope, I'm wrong. I'm so wrong, bro. I'm checking the wrong tier list. Okay, it's been like 2 years. Yeah, it's been like 2 years since I made my initial high-intensity EX mode badge tier list. Which was with like 220%. It was like old settings, basically. So I have made like a high-intensity tier list. But, I mean, that needs to be updated. But what I really wanted to say is that, like, this is going to be way different than a high-intensity tier list. So if you do see that tier list, just know this is going to be way different. A lot of badges have a little more value. In certain contexts. So, namely, going fast. So yeah, these are going to be this is going to be speed running, and we're going to be... Okay, this is going to be a little weird, but I really don't want to make 3 separate tier lists for Hooktail, Gloomtail, and EX mode. I think that we're going to kind of average. Some moves are slightly better in Hooktail, some are slightly better in EX mode. Gloomtail is kind of like a middle ground, I would say. But I would say that the core strategies that you'll see in all 3 are the same. You know, like they're all the same. So we're going for speed, and that's it. We're literally going for speed. So we need to define our tiers because I don't like lettering these tier lists. I like signifying like what the fast tier is. Last time I did it for Infinite Pit, I did it based on what I'd steal with Miss Mouse. I don't think I'm doing that this time because Well, I don't know. I don't know if wood steel with mouse is like a thing. Maybe we do letters. I don't know. Chat. Give me like. So what do you guys think? You think we should just keep letters, and then maybe just put like fast, sometimes fast, etc. under like the letters, or should I? Should I do something else? Yo, up Kobe, you think letters are fine? Maybe we'll just... I guess we could keep the letters. Can we make a poll? No, no, no. I don't need to spend that long. We'll just keep the letters. Okay, I do think I need to get rid of some, though. So... Well... Okay, let's keep let's get rid of D and E because I don't think we need them. If I need them back, I'll grab them back. Because I do feel like there's a big gap between really, really slow badges and like mid badges, if I'm being honest with you. Okay, well then let's define our tiers really quick, okay? S tier is gonna be very, like, literally the fastest. These badges are the core of any god run, basically. Like, whatever's getting you to the end like super fast, S tier is it. If you find these badges, you gotta invest. And sometimes it's worth it to like save up coins just to try and find these in a Charlieton shop. Like, that's how fast they are. Because if you can buy like 2 or 3 of them, even 2 or 3 of this badge, of these badges, can like change the run. Okay, A then is like solid. If you pick this up, you're not gonna be hurting. Usually pretty good to use, but it's not always like at this like for A tier, like it's not always gonna be super fast. It may need something else to come online, but for the most part, it's very fast. B tier is gonna be like, I think B tier is something that is solid on its own, but cannot be like super fast. It's more of like this badge might save you, because there are badges and moves and items, honestly, that can get you out of a situation where you don't die. And if you don't die, you're going to go faster than if you do die. Especially if you die like on the 6th floor, you know, like that would be awful. Like, imagine dying on the last fight of a set. So these badges can help with that. They can help alleviate that kind of stuff, but not necessarily super fast. They can be supplemental and can accelerate things, but I would say more often than not, these are like middle of the road badges that can offer decent utility and or save you. C tier. Well, maybe I swap it. Maybe I swap C and B. No, I think C tier is badges that have no impact on the run whatsoever, but aren't detrimental. That sounds weird though. I think C might be like badges that do not directly make you go faster, but are not making you slower. I don't know how to word that. Maybe we don't need C tier. Maybe it's just S, A, B, F. I don't know. Yeah, I don't actually. I'm not. I'm gonna be so real. Okay, yeah, because like if B is like could save you in a run, but otherwise not really. Like, okay, maybe we need to redefine. B tier is it needs other badges to be amazing. Like, okay, actually that's wrong. Okay, B tier is badges that stand alone, can be kind of fast, and also will not harm you if you equip them, and they can sometimes save you. C tier are going to be badges that need moves. C tier are badges that need moves to like really open up what they're capable of, I guess. So like some badges, I'm not going to say which, but like some badges you kind of need, like if you have this badge and you don't have the move, it's really not providing the value that it could be providing. And I think in some cases could actually be slower than if you don't have the thing equipped. How's that? Yeah. Like if you don't have these other things available to you, then this badge could be slower than just ignoring it. But once you have the things unlocked, it becomes good. I think that's what C tier should be. And then F tier is do not ignore, do not pick up. It's not going to be worth your time. And do not even bother trying to equip it because it's not doing anything for you. Or it's actively making you slower. Okay, I think that's a good description of these tiers. You know what I'm toxic? Okay, let's begin. We're just going to go down the order as usual. We'll just go from left to right, up, down. Okay, so we got Power Plus. Okay, I think Power Plus, easy A tier. Power Plus P, they're both the same. So we got... These two are 5 BP in Tower of Trials. These badges are great to have. However, the BP cost is kind of a hindrance. So building into like Power Pluses specifically can be kind of difficult. And you're not able to equip a lot of utility if you have a lot of power. Now, if you stumble onto a lot of BP and you have a lot of Power Pluses, like, it don't matter. You're gonna fly through everything anyway because you got a lot of power. But, like, you need that BP investment to really make things happen. All or Nothings are kind of the same. Well, actually, ooh, I don't know. All or Nothing P might be cracked. Is it? No. I'm not going to because it's 4 BP. It's 4 BP. Yeah. It's only one less, so I do think it's kind of in the same spot. However, I'm going to put them both above. I am going to order these. The Mario and partner versions, though, I don't know if that really matters because Mario and partner are both cracked. They're both really good. Like, you can do... I guess partner technically is like a... Well... I guess partner overall is a safer and stronger pick, so I will put the partners over Mario. Just in general, a partner-focused strategy is safer than a Mario-focused one, so... Especially if it comes to, like, Danger Peril. So I will keep the partner over Mario for this. For power, at least. So... one thing to note is that All or Nothing... The only really difference, besides the 1 BP cost, the only real difference between All or Nothing and Power Plus is you have to use the action command. But I'm going to be so real with you. I actually think that's fine. I think for the most part, Mario is probably not missing his jump very often, especially in Gloomtail or EX mode. Now that's more of a Hooktail thing, but like in Gloomtail and EX mode, you're probably going to be using levels to hit certain damage values, and all these power badges just help you hit that faster, which means you're probably using both your jumps anyway. I mean, hammer is hammer, you know, and then the partners really, I feel like, do not suffer either. It is something to consider, but in my experience, I don't feel like hitting those jump action commands is taking away too much. I do think that the more utility you can equip with the all or nothings is better than the flat out power and having to use your action command. But that's just me. That's just me. I think, you know, this is just my opinion from speedrunning Tower Trials. I do think all or nothings are slightly better, but I could see these four being, I could see Power Plus being over all or nothing. Okay, we got Perfect Power and Perfect Power P. Okay, I'm gonna be real with you. I think Perfect Power P is B. Because it's so much easier to just let partners take damage than it is Mario, especially if you've got no pain, no gain on. Obviously, a perfect power build with partners can work and it can be fast, but I don't think, but it's like, and it's obviously good on its own, but it's like, you have to invest in keeping your partner at max when sometimes, like, if you're equipping like a bunch of, I don't know. I guess the P up, D down Ps don't really matter, but like, if someone's got to be taking damage, it should probably be the partner, depending on the build, of course, but in general, I do think partners are probably taking more damage than Mario is. Especially if you're like keeping partners in front to soak up front attacks and stuff. On the other hand, I think perfect power for Mario is very good. Especially because Mario's first strikes are very strong in Tower Trials, thanks to the increased base damage. Like, especially his jump. So I think Perfect Power is actually really good. And I actually think it's better than most of these. I think if you get, like, if you buy, like, 4 or 5 Perfect Powers, Mario is slaying enemies. Like, he just does not care. And Mario is always out. So, like, no matter what, if you're healing, like Sweet Treat or something, if you need to, for whatever reason, like, Mario is the one who's always out, who's always getting that power. Yeah, I think especially in Hooktail, I think Perfect Power is really good. I think Perfect Power P is also really good in Hooktail, but I think even in EX mode and Gloomtail, Mario's ability to first strike, even without spin jump, is really good. And Perfect Power, it's only 2 BP, so it's like you can slot a bunch of other things. You can actually slot 2 all or nothings and a Perfect Power, which is kind of crazy, or 3 Perfect Powers and 1 all or nothing. I mean, I'm just listing off some random combos, but like the 2 BP goes kind of hard, especially for Mario, who generally is equipping more utility. But it's not like partners have utility badges per se. It's really just Mario, so. Yeah, okay. Jumpman and Hammerman. Okay, this is tough. Jumpman. Okay. I think Jumpman is a de facto C tier. Now hear me out. Hear me out. Because Jumpman obviously is 2 BP, very strong. Mario's jump is very strong. However, this game loves to fucking throw spiky enemies at you like there's no tomorrow. Like, I feel like there's always a spiky enemy somewhere to ruin your day. And if you don't have Spike Shield, you're getting kind of fucked. Like, I'm not gonna lie. Especially early. Like, if you equip this thing early, like in like the first 2 or 3 sets, and you encounter some spiky enemies, you're not doing the damage you need to like clear them quickly if you got Jumpman equipped. So Jumpman is so it needs, listen, let me just put it to you straight. It needs Spike Shield. Like you need Spike Shield. The second you get Spike Shield, Jumpman becomes better than all of these badges. Because then you could just jump. Like you can jump on Koopa Trolls, Dark Koopa Trolls, Spiky Parabuzzies. Spiky anything. The world's your oyster. You can first strike bristles without Coop if you don't have Coops. Okay, that doesn't really matter for Jumpman, but you know what I'm saying. Like, so anyway, yeah, I think this is a badge that unlocks its potential with Spike Shield. And if you get Ice Power along with it, you're set. Hammerman, on the other hand, I don't even know what Hammerman... I don't think Hammerman is fast. Do I think it's... Oh my god. Can Hammerman be fast? Like... What would Hammerman need to outclass Jump? What would it need to be better than like a good multi-bounce? I guess if you had a really solid like Flurry or Vivian build, you could Fire Drive and Quake Hammer things, even Goops. Yeah, I don't know. This has to be towing the line between C and F for me then. I think if someone put this in F tier, I would not bat an eye, because I do not think Hammerman is very fast. But to be honest, I think there's a little lack of experience on my part. I have generally stayed away from Hammerman because I perceive it as slow. But that's not to say that a good hammer build could not do something with the right partner setup. It's just, it's like, you need a lot of things to happen, I feel like. Okay, the P-ups. Yeah, this is easily probably... Honestly, I think I'll put this in S because I feel like you can actually build a partner off of just P up, D down Ps, and because of the auto revive, it just doesn't matter if they die. So I think this is a no-brainer. Grab this badge whenever you can. Like, if you can buy like 4 of these, like you're kind of set for a good chunk. P up, D down, on the other hand, that's tough. This is tough. Because Mario, you don't want to die. It's so silly to say, but if you've got the build where you can just multi-bounce and just partner through everything, I feel like P up, D down can be cracked, but it needs like a little more setup to be useful. Otherwise, you're just putting yourself in more danger than you need to, in my opinion. Do I want this bottom of A or B? That's what I'm thinking. I think B. I think top of B might be my choice. For now. Let me see how the rest of the tier list shakes out, because it's on the line between A and B for me right now. Because I think playing a little safer. Like, if you're gonna go the Mario route... Okay. This might need to be an A, actually. Because if you're going the Mario Peril route and you put these on, who cares if you have less defense? Like, you're gonna die anyway. So just put them on for more power, because that'll just help you. Like, there's no reason not to. The P downs. Okay, for real? Don't do it for Mario. I don't think you need to do it for Mario. It's, you know, I just don't think it's worth it. I think there's just like an Infinite Pit, there's a very niche Yoshi use case here. This toes the line between C and F though. Even more than Hammer. Well, even more than Hammerman does. I don't know. If you actually get Stampede go online, you could use it. Like, it's not out of the question. It's just... Okay, I'm thinking about it more. If Yoshi dies, who cares, right? Because he gets revived, so maybe this doesn't matter. So I'm gonna put it up down here, actually. Yeah. Because, like, part of the reason why you didn't want it to have an infinite pit is that if Yoshi stampedes, he doesn't die to enemies. And then you have to revive him, but he always revives if he dies. So it's like, who cares if a stage hazard falls on him and kills him? Because he'll just revive next fight. So it's fine. That's like the one use case I can really think of. And that's really gone because of the auto revive. So I think P down, D up P is also an F. Because it's just not necessary anymore because of the auto revive. Yeah. Defend plus. And defend plus P. Defend plus. I mean, defend plus doesn't need anything. I think I'm gonna slap this into B. Bottom, probably towing the line between B and C. I think defend plus can save you. I've definitely used it a couple times before. It's way more useful on Gloomtail and EX mode than it is in Hooktail. Who cares? Like, you're not dying. But I do think there's a space for it in EX mode at the very least. It has a spot. Okay, let's put it. It just, the thing is, like, it doesn't need anything to be good. It just is fine on its own. But it's okay. Yeah. I think it's a perfect B description badge. I do not think you need to do it for partners though. This is kind of the same thing as P down, D up P. Like, the partners just don't need defense because they always revive into the best possible scenario for you if you're running partner peril, which is peril. So I just don't think it's worth it. Yeah. Damage dodge. Don't need them. I'm not ordering F tier, by the way, because I don't want to. So we're just going to put them in the order that I found them in. That way it's easier. Okay. No pain, no gain. Easy S tier. One of the best badges in the game. Like, it's so good. Like, it doesn't matter that you might die. You gotta, if you want to go fast, especially if you get this early, you gotta equip that shit. Now, obviously take it off if you're, like, in danger, but the thing is, even if you have it equipped for half of any of the towers, you are making so much fucking bread that you can buy whatever you want from Charlie. Like, it just don't matter, bro. Like, it really enables the crazy god runs. It lets you buy 4 P up D down Ps. It lets you buy Mega Rush P or Mega Rush or Power Rushes. It lets you buy, I don't know, whatever the fuck else you want to buy, bro. It just lets you buy shit. Like, this is money, and money is good. I do think, like, on the whole though, like, it's not better than, like, something as straightforward as PFD down P, but it is an essential tool. If you are uncomfortable with using no pain, no gain when speedrunning, get comfortable, because it is the way, especially early. If you are unequipping it in the second half of a, like, EX mode, like I said, that's totally fine, because you've probably made enough coins where you find that one good shop and you are set the rest of the run. Like, that's the crazy part. That's the crazy part. That's why it's so fucking good. Anyway, this badge is insane. This might be better than P up, D down P. You know what? I have to. I actually have to. It is better. It's so fucking good though. Okay, power rushes. I think these are top. These are the tippity top of A tier for me. Well, no. These should be an S tier too. They're literally just... These badges... Okay, you know what? Actually, let me think about this a little more. I'm actually going to put them in the top of A. And here's why. The power rushes are 1 power for 1 BP, which is not... Obviously, it's not bad. It's pretty damn good for BP cost, but... You have to be in danger. I think it's way easier to hover in a peril state. Okay, I'm going to put this in S. This is kind of like the same thing with Mario. With Mario, hanging in peril is fine. Oh, this is so fucked. I think... I feel like Mario should also be here, though. Because this doesn't do anything for you. Yeah, okay. The danger badges are... It's tough. I think they could go in A too. Like, if someone put them in A, I'd be fine. The thing is, like... Getting 1 power rush is not changing the way you play. The way Mega Rush or Mega Rush P does. Do you understand what I'm saying? Like... Obviously, you get some of this power badges, you're like, sweet, I can do some stuff. You get power rush, you're like, okay, sweet, I have to be in danger, but it's like, you know, it's fine. But it's not like you're going to try to get into danger every time just for that 1 power boost. When you have levels that can do some of that for you. Which is why I think it's bad. Okay, I'm going to put Mario's at the top of A because Mario, if you get a Power Rush P badge, you can do the same thing as if you have Mega Rush P and still get the boost. And again, it just doesn't matter if partners die all the time. Like, you're getting the power at least a turn or 2 out of it, usually. So, I think it's much easier to just be like, okay, partners can take damage, who cares? I'm probably stacking P up, D down Ps anyway. Whereas with Mario, you're not really going to be doing that combo. Especially if you got double pain rolling. Sorry, no pain, no gain. I'm going to call it double pain like 5 more times probably. You're not going to do that combo as easily. Because if you die, then you have to restart from the last checkpoint, which you don't want to do. So, like, unless you've got a really strong build, you're not going to take that risk. So I do think it's slightly worse, whereas with partners, it's relatively, you can just do it. Like, if you have 2 or 3 power rushes, you can just do it. That's still a mega, hey, that's a mega rush right there, you know what I'm saying? Like, 3 of these, that's a mega rush. And if you don't have mega rush, like, that's still power, you know what I'm saying? So, okay. I do think Mega Rush P and Mega Rush is at the bottom here. Well, no, okay, let's not be crazy here. Let's put Mega Rush below P, up D, down P. Because the Mega Rushes do change how you play. Like, Mega Rush could be in front of this, but I'm not going to. And do I think No Pain, No Gain is the best badge in the game? No, I think Mega Rush P is the best. Here's the thing. Okay, so let me explain them now, because I put them both there. I do think Mega Rush P is probably the best badge in the game. Partner strategies are safe and fast. Especially, now, obviously this is not always true, because you may not have a really fast partner, but overall, Mega Rush P, very strong on almost any partner, besides, like, well, I mean, even Bobbery can make use of it. It's just like, that's a lot of FP. Obviously, if you got Koops, it's magical. You got Flurry, amazing. Like, even Vivian or Yoshi, Goombella, Mouse. All of them, because they all serve specific roles. So if you got Mega Rush P, you can enable those roles and fly through the tower. Mega Rush, on the other hand, is very fast. If you've got... And the thing is, Mega Rush requires crazy setup. You need a good... Well, I guess... You kind of need Spike Shield for Mega Rush, if I'm being honest with you. But, like, I do think that it's enough, that there's enough power backed behind it, that, like, if you do get fully set up, it is potentially faster than Koops. Because Mario can just multi-bounce everything for free. However, it is still much riskier, because if Mario takes damage even once, you're dead. Like, that's it, you're just done. If you're stacking PFD downs or whatever to get more power, like, you can't guard against the background or anything. You have to super guard it. You probably have to super guard a lot of moves, especially if you're getting like a Gloomtail or Hooktail tower, or sorry, not Hooktail, but EX mode. It's just like there's so much micromanagement you have to do with Mario compared to the partner that I cannot, in good faith, put it like as high as Mega Rush P. Like, there's just so much more. The potential is there, which is why it's S tier, because we've seen it. Fat Guy has made amazing use of it. Like, it has, like, he had world record with Mega Rush in EX mode. It's like, clearly there's a space for it, but the stars aligned for him, and then he got beaten out by like 10 minutes to Mega Rush P Koops. So, I don't know. It's like, for my money, Mega Rush P is much easier to work with. Do I put no pain, no gain below PFT down P? I don't know, I'll think about it. Anyway, that's where I'm at. I might put Mega Rush over PFT down P2, I don't know. I do not think Mega Rush is second best in the game, though. I just can't, in good faith, do that. Okay, last stands are def B tiers. Both of them. They're just solid, all around useful tools. Even if a partner is in danger or something, if you can manip that damage into peril, last stand has a use. Even letting them survive, if they have like a higher base peril, like if they're at like 3 and they take 2 damage to go to 1, like that's them getting to attack again instead of dying. If you have to, you know, obviously. So that's great. Last stand, same way. Last stand definitely top, I think. Because last stand saves runs. It saves lives. It always has and it always will. That's just the last stand way. Incredibly powerful badge for 1 BP. I think it's an essential tool for HP manipping for Mario too. Really not much more else to say. I kind of feel it has the same utility in basically every game. In every TTYD mod or whatever, Last Stand does the same thing. It saves lives, but it's not like essential to your kit. It's just really fucking good utility. So close calls. I think close call P is F. I don't think it's worth it. I think close call, like Last Stand, well, actually, close call, C tier, actually. Close call is goated when you're running Peril Mario because it can save you if for some reason you are being attacked. It can be a lifesaver. Much more than Last Stand does. However, if you're not running Peril Mario, I do not think Close Call has that much utility. I think it needs Peril Mario to be truly useful. Okay. Yeah, I think that's really all I gotta say. Quick change. Where's quick change going? Quick change is not good unless you're running peril partners. Let's put it here. C tier. Quick change is great when you actually need to swap out partners for like peril manip and stuff. But otherwise, I do not think it's very. It's not spending the FP like that is not like insane, but that's not to say it's bad. It's just like it needs partners to be really good to get true usefulness. Otherwise, I feel like you're just wasting FP. Like in general, I'm not picking quick change or equipping it unless I have peril partners to abuse. So I think that's kind of where I'm at with quick change. Like, if you need multiple peril partners, it's great to get that peril partner. Like, say you need to get Mouse in peril. You get her in peril, swap to your peril coops, and finish the fight for free. Not for free, but you know what I'm saying. Like, you don't need to spend that turn getting out coops, having it potentially dying, the entire fight taking longer. No, you swap him out, and you do it. And the FP cost is really not that bad. When I first played Tower Trials, I thought this badge was going to be complete trash. I'm not going to lie. I thought the FP cost was really going to ruin it. But after actually trying, like giving it an earnest try, I do think quick change is really not that bad to use. And it has its place in being fast, especially if you've got peril partners. Super appeals. I think these are fine badges. I think they're both the bottom. They teeter the line between C and B. I think... yeah, the thing is, like, these badges, you can just kind of slap on and they're pretty damn good because, like, sometimes you need to eke out a little more star power to use a special move or something. Like, sometimes you just need that special move. Like, obviously it's not ideal, but if you need to, they're really good. The appeal buff is strong. That's really all I gotta say. They're pretty good for for appealing. I don't really know where to put them. I guess I'd put them above last tier. I think that's where I'd put them. One thing I will note is that we'll talk about this more, but Sweet Treat is good for not dying. So if you need, like, if for some reason you need to pop it that turn and you just don't have enough, sometimes a super appeal can help. A super PLP at least can help. But super PLP actually, because of that. Because Mario's the one who needs to use the special move. So, charge badges, both not worth getting. Do not ignore them. Charge badges can be very good, but you never fight Golden Fuzzy, so they're worthless. You don't need them against the dragons. I definitely don't think you need them against Atomic Boo or Cosmic Boo. God, what are these called again? Toughen Ups. Toughen Up and Toughen Up P. Don't get them. These are actually really good badges in high intensity because they give non-piercing defense, like unpierceable defense, but it ain't. No. You don't need to be doing that. Like, it's not worth equipping it to try and do some HP manip and then unequipping it later. Like, that's just a waste. Like, just use Defend and Guard or something. You don't need to equip the BP for it to achieve what you want for that, at least. Double Dip. I feel like I never use Double Dip, but I don't think it's F. That's tough. Like, yeah, you could use 2 attacking items. I guess that's not bad, but it does require... I'll put these at the bottom here. I think they're both... God, are they worse than Hammerman? God, would I use Hammerman before I use Double Dips? I don't know. Yeah, maybe. I feel like I'd use all 4 of these probably. The thing is, double dips can be good if you have a lot of attacking items, but like more often than not, you only need to use like 2 attacking items to truly like clear or like eliminate the threats you need. Or if you got 1 peril thing, you can use 1 item plus peril. Yeah, I don't know. It doesn't. It's really not like insane. I think there are 3. Yeah, I don't think I can put him in F because, like, I can see some situations where it would be good to have double dip, but I don't think I've ever equipped it once, truly. Oh, sorry, I just read the chat. Jay just brings up a good point. Double dipping like poison shrooms on a boss is good. Okay. This is definitely okay. Let me put this above Hammerman. I think they both serve a boss purpose. Like, there is a world where I will equip double dip just for the boss, and it will help like things just a little bit if you're eking out a little bit of time, which is important. So, okay, I think all the luck badges are the bottom. Well, I don't know about Lucky Day. Lucky Day P we don't need. These we don't need. Mario's. These can be okay. I'm gonna put these. This makes them seem way better than they actually are. I don't know if they're better than Jumpman. I don't think they are. I think they're above Close Call. Or below Close Call. No. Where are these? These badges are weird because they can be useful. But, like, you're investing in dodging. Okay, actually, I changed my mind. These are both F tier. Nope, I changed my mind. I was trying to think of a justification. I think Close Call is the only one. Listen, I'm gonna be real with you. I'm gonna lay it out for y'all, chat. You can use these, and I will not judge you, but I do not think they are worth your time. Maybe Pretty Lucky. Maybe. But these badges are like the bane of my existence for when enemies hold them, more than like I actually use them to dodge attacks. So like, these are better in high intensity. All 6 of these are better in high intensity. Lucky Start, yep, don't even bother with this badge. This badge just makes things slow. Like, it actively slows you down. You know what? Let's just get these out of the way. All the happies too. Literally all of them, they do the same thing. They all slow you down. Flower Savers. Yeah, I think these are actually pretty good. I think both of them are pretty solid. I'm gonna put them bottom of A. Because, if you don't know, all moves have levels in this game. You can have up to 3 for most of them. And they have increasing BP costs, but some of them you can get, even just equipping 1 Flower Saver for Mario or a partner, can really dramatically reduce the amount of FP you use overall. And it's still only 4 BP. Hey, it's 4 BP. They're solid. They're good pick. If you find one, it's generally worth it to put it on. So like, there's a lot of times where you want an extra level, because levels are also power in this game. Like, I've been talking about a lot of power here, and obviously that's really important, but like, early on, you have base 2 jump with Mario and 4 with Hammer. You can increase that by 1 to do 6 with Hammer and 6 with jump, 3 and 3. So it's like, that's pretty good. And if you even equip just one flower saver, it's really fucking good actually. Like, and like Coop's Power Shell, amazing with Flower Saver P. Amazing. Actually, let's. Well, no, I think Mario generally gets a little more use out of Flower Saver than Flower Saver P, but make no mistake, Flower Savers are actually quite good in Tower Trials. They are worth your time if you have the space for them, because it lets you spam more FP moves, like FP levels, which increases your power, which means enemies die faster, and you have more FP to work with. So all good things, relies on literally nothing. You just grab it and suddenly you're doing things a little faster for the most part. Okay, Pity Flowers. Oh, the Pity Flowers. Where do I put these badges, bro? Where do I put the Pity Flowers, bro? I think these are B. Probably bottom of B. Both of them. Yeah. Okay. Pity Flower is a 100% guaranteed chance to get FP when you get hit, which is good. However, you should not be getting hit because enemies should be dying in one turn, ideally. They shouldn't even get to attack if you're going fast. And if they need to attack, like one time or 2 times max. You're really... And super guarding an attack if an enemy has 1 HP is faster than letting them go through the whole attack. So you're more often than not better off not taking the hit and doing something else, or just outright KOing them before they even get to attack. So like, they're not bad, but they're just, and they're not detrimental. So I feel like they're a perfect B tier candidate. I would put them at the bottom though. Maybe there's more exploring to do. Maybe people need to use Pity Flower more, but I just don't feel like... I feel like when it comes... Like, if I'm going to let an enemy attack me to get certain FP, or, like, take a first strike, I'd rather just first strike with Mario to kill the enemy, if I'm being honest with you. So, you know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Like... Pity Star. I think they're in the same exact boat. I think Star is worse than Flower. Well, I don't know. I don't know. I think the Marios are better than the Peas. Actually, I don't think it really matters. Fuck. I don't know. Maybe the Marios are better. Mario's the one who gets first strike if you are going to go first strike. So maybe that's better. I don't know. This just... Oh, for those who don't know, by the way, because this is a new badge. This increases the amount of star power you get when you take a hit. Because you get star power when you take damage in Tower Trials. Yeah, I don't know. I think they're the bottom. Yeah. It's good. You get hit by a bucket. Stop. More so Star. Do I put Star over Pity Flower? I think yeah. I do think Star probably gives better value. Okay. This is Superstar, I think. Genius, this badge is called Superstar, right? Yes. Even he doesn't know. This guy made the mod. Okay. Okay, I think it's Superstar. Superstar actually just got buffed recently as of the latest patch that just came out for it, which was not like super recent, but the most recent patch buffed this slightly. Now you only need to, it's like less BP cost and you get more out of one of them. I think this is probably right here, because this is actually really good on your, like, so basically what this does is this just starts you with a baseline star power value instead of 0. I do think even just having one equipped can be pretty good, because it gives half a bar. Thank you, JDS. Yeah, it gives you half a bar for 2 BP. That's pretty damn good, chat. Like, even just one for solid utility that can help you with special moves if you need them. If you need it. Sometimes a loadout is an earth tremor away, and you don't have the power to kill them, so that it can help. The drains. Yep, you already know where these are going. Every single one. I do think these badges... Okay. Let me preface. I think these 4 badges have the highest potential to be something in speedrunning, but as of right now, as of this tier list, I do not think they are worth grabbing. However, if someone develops something, that opinion may very well change. But it is not something I've explored, so right now, they are bad, and they should be skipped. Heart Finder, same. Flower Finder. Yeah, that's S tier, bro. That's S tier. You got it. Bro! Equip 1 Flower Finder. It helps so fucking much. Like, you can get back an entire power shell or multi-bounce with this. Bruh, it's good. And while it's not really a core, it's not really part of like a Mega Rush, like a superpower core, I do think it is an integral part of every every part of a really fast run where you don't need to manage your FP all the time starts with Flower Finder, in my opinion. It's very good. And you only need 1 copy. You can have more, but you really only need 1 copy. Refund, kind of a sleeper pick in my opinion, but Refund can actually be really good. I think it's bottom of A, broskies. Just 1 refund. Again, just 1 refund. Because like buying items from Charlie, like Thunder Rages, Shooting Stars, what have you, is not bad. Like, you can get some pretty damn good coins back. It helps. And you only need 1. You don't need to invest. You just, if you find one, it's 1 BP, slap that shit on, and you're making a couple coins. Maybe this is top, maybe not A, maybe this is top of B. We'll see how I feel about that, but maybe it's not A material. But I don't know, it could be bottom of A. You know what, I'm gonna leave it bottom of A for now, because I do feel like even just 1 is pretty damn good. Ice Power, okay, Ice Power. Ice Power needs Jumpman, not Jumpman, Ice Power. Ice Power needs it needs like multi-bounce or something to make it feel more appealing, because a lot of the times you can just smoke the Ember family with other attacks. You don't need Ice Power. It's a nice to have, and it does enable the free multi-bouncing. But kind of like how multi-bounce needs Ice Power, I kind of feel like Ice Power kind of needs multi-bounce, or at the very least like Jumpman to feel like you're getting something out of it. Like, you just find far fewer fiery enemies, because there's only one family of enemies compared to Spiky, which is like fucking Spiky Parabuzzies, Pokies, Bristles, Spiky Gloombas, fucking, I'm missing some Piranhas. Like, there's a lot of fucking spiky enemies, chat. And when Terror Trials doesn't give a fuck about what it puts in its loadouts, and it gives you 4 spiky enemies, you know what I'm saying? That's why we put Spike Shield in A tier. I'm even tempted to put Spike Shield in S. I'm so real with you. Even just having Spike, actually, man, I might. I think just having Spike Shield, if you get it in the beginning, just eliminates so much, like, it eliminates the need for specific routing to make things fast against a lot of spike enemies, because Mario can just fucking jump on him, bro. He can just jump on him like a Koopa Troll, bro. Like, he just jumps on him, and then it doesn't matter what happens, because that guy's out for the count. He can just jump on Piranhas. He can just jump on Spiky Parabuzzies and flip them or what have you. Like, he just doesn't care. Man, I don't know. I feel like when I see Spike Shield, I'm so happy. I think it might be S, bro. Like, I am feeling so good. And Spike Shield enables Mario to help be better support for Koops and Yoshi. It enables him to actually... It's part of the multi-bounce kit if he's going Peril. Broskies, I think Spike Shield might be fucking S tier in this mod when you're going fast. And that's crazy. I just think that just might just be what would it be. Spike enemies are cracked. Spike Shield makes them not cracked. I think it's just fucking good. Yeah, I think bottom S. Like, there's just never a run where I feel like Spike Shield is not useful. It's so worth it usually every single time. The only time it's not useful is the bosses, but like, you gotta get to the bosses fast too, so. Okay, Zap Tap, nope, don't need it. Return postage, don't need it. Feeling fines. Oh god. I think these are actually, these are the top of B. These are the your run will be saved by this badge if an enemy gives you, like, if you have a really shitty loadout with like stopwatches and other things, these badges will save you. More so if you're running Peril Mario, but even then, they're both just so good. I do think the Mario one is better. Let me move the partner one down a little. I think the partner one is less useful. Like, even if a partner gets revived, well, you can run away then. But if the partner's not getting damaged, getting status, and Mario is, like, you can't, all you can do is use items to heal Mario. You can't do anything else to, like, or use a, like, obviously if you have a boost sheet, you can boost sheet Mario, but like, in a situation where you don't have what you need to survive with Mario, the partners can't help you enough. Whereas if Mario is the one who doesn't get status, he can do whatever the fuck he wants. Like, you could just sweet treat or not even care because Mario is the one who needs to stay alive. You could just let the partners take the fucking damage. And then they get into peril. I mean, that's just how it is. I think Mario's is way more valuable. Chill out. Bro, just, you don't need this. In fact, it's actually better if you're going against bristles early on, it's better to just get first struck by them and super guard them because they have 1 HP. Chill Out would stop that. So it could actively hinder you sometimes. Fast encounters once you're in hyper go mode. But like, I guess, but when are you actually, I feel like, when are people actually in hyper go mode? I guess you're right. Okay, I'll put it above Hammerman. I do think it can actively hinder you, though. So I guess you just gotta be smart about when you're using it. But it's probably better than Hammerman. Chill Out is win more. Okay, you're right, you're right. That's fair, that's fair. It is definitely win more. You're right, you're right. Okay, I do agree with you that I think that's worth something. And actually, I'll put it above the double dips because of that. Because even if hyper go mode is rare, like, you want to be able to win harder if you have it. So I won't argue with that. That's true, that's true. I do still think it's C tier though, because it requires the win harder if you're like, you have to be in such a place where you just do not need anything else. Which I kind of think is hard. I feel like a lot of times you get to that point like right at the end. But that's not to say you don't get those situations early on, so I won't deny that. Okay, let's look at the list. Wow, way less badges. Requires everything else. I think S tier looks good. These badges look so weird to me, but I have no idea where I'd place them. These 4 are in such a weird spot. I actually think everything else in B tier looks great, except for these 4. I just don't know what the fuck to do with them. I think C tier looks good too, actually. Actually, I think everything looks good except for these 4. Fuck, where do I put these? Like, I don't use these. I mean, sometimes I have them equipped. Because, like, you're going to be taking damage. Just send them to F. Okay, I'm gonna send the pities to F because I don't think the 1 FP is truly worth it. I do think the stars have potential. More potential than Pity Flower, at least. So I'll keep the stars here. I'll put the stars there. They ain't doing anything. Like, putting the stars on is fine. Okay, I think this is good. That actually looks a lot better. Also, just to be clear, before I want to say this, oh man, I should have said this at the beginning. Fuck. But also, this is like, even though this is about going fast, I want to stress that this also takes into account racing and not just grinding for like the best seed. I think if you're doing that, it's literally Mega Rush P, Mega Rush, Double Pain at the top, and everything else is just filler, like to help you achieve that goal. But I like to tier as if we're doing racing, because in racing, you just don't know what you're going to get. And so some badges are more valuable when you're in a race setting. And some badges are worse in a race setting because you're not guaranteed like the really good stuff, you know? Like you're not just resetting. So that's why I kind of do it that way. I should have said that at the beginning. I'm going to have to, when I edit the video, I'm going to have to put that shit in. I don't know what I'll do. Maybe I'll just black this out or something when I do that, but and also everything in S, A, B, C is ordered and not F. F is unordered because I'm not gonna try to tier what I skip, like, because I don't use them enough to know their usefulness. Okay, yes. I think that is a good. Here is your Tower Trials badge tier list for speedrunning in 2026. Alright. It's time for moves. Oh, you know what? I gotta save this shit, bro. Tower. 2026. You know, I'm gonna put February 2026 actually. Nice. Give me that image, bruh. Give me the export, please. Oh my god, tier maker. I'll just download. Did I download it, bro? Nope. No, Nidus. Download. Why is this not working, bro? Oh, there we go. Holy. Okay, we're good. We're good. Okay. Okay. Let's do moves. Okay, I think we're gonna do the same system. You lost your streak. Oh no. Okay, let's go over the tiers. Let's go over the tiers again. Because I think I'm gonna make these 3 separate videos. So let's go over the tiers again. S is, oh god, I don't even remember. S is extremely fast. It's like the core of stuff. Like these are the strategies that are the fastest and that you should be going for, and are like, if you've got a god run, you probably have these very quickly. A is solid moves, pretty fast. They're just honestly, they're just outclassed by like the S tier, but they're solid moves and can be really good. But they're not always super fast. Usually they are. Just a couple drawbacks. B tier is, it's solid on its own, does not need, it can be fast. But these are more utility. They might help you save the run. They might be good for certain core strategies to just help them perform better, but they're generally not like super fast, and they do not rely on things to be good. It just helps other things be better. I guess you could call this the win harder tier. Let me look at B again. No, I don't know if that's exactly true. It can be fast-ish, but it's usually not. More utility. C is, you need things for this to even be fast. Otherwise, it can actually be slower to use them. But if you've got the right stuff, it's very fast. Or it can be. It's got potential to be. F tier is, don't even bother with these moves. They're not worth it. They're either too slow or they just don't do anything for you reliably. Okay. We have all the moves. We have all Mario's jump, all Mario's hammer, and all the partners. So let's get into it. Jump. I think jump is A? That's weird to say. I don't know. Jump is really good. I think actually jump is probably S. Even just getting level 3 of jump is super good. Like, okay, if you're not able to clear an entire room of enemies, if Mario is strong enough, being able to just clear one enemy, just knock out one enemy every turn, can be really good. And it's fast. Especially if you get to miss the action command. It can be very fast. Yeah, it's a solid move. It's really, really good. This will probably be the bottom of S tier, but it is, I think, an S tier move. Spin jump is B. The reason why is because spin jump technically has more power, but spin jump's normal spin jump is the same damage as Mario's level 2 jump. And like, if I'm choosing between the two, jump is faster. So what spin jump is good for is first striking. Specifically, because you get the power boost for free, and while it is slower than normal jump, like, if you do need that extra power, it can be useful for it. It's also useful for hitting first strikes, because some enemies, it's very easy to just use spin jump to guarantee it, whereas a jump will not always be a first strike. And that can be kind of a skill issue. You should be able to hit all of them, but sometimes it's just faster to just hit that spin jump first strike than to go for the normal jump first strike or the hammer first strike. So, because it basically always gives you a first strike. So I think B tier is perfect for it. Spring jump. Unfortunately, I do think spring jump is outclassed by power bounce. However, if you don't have power bounce, spring jump can be an alternative that is good. I'm gonna put it in C. I think spring jump is better than spin jump. Yeah, I think spring jump is good. Yeah, basically, it's there. But like, if you got power bounce is so much better. Oh man, all these moves are really weird. Okay, power jump is solid utility. I can't really say much else about it. The softening effect is pretty solid. But it's like, you probably don't need it if you're going real fast, you know what I'm saying? It ain't no multi-bounce. Multi-bounce does a lot. Quite possibly Mario's best move. Because it helps support partner-focused strategies, and it is the core of his own Paro-focused speed strategy, which, as we've just discussed, Mega Rush has potential to be extremely fast, if not the fastest strategy, if all the stars align. Multi-bounce is part of that. Even if you need Spike Shield, even if you need Ice Power, like, I think we can't understate what multi-bounce's utility provides. Like, it is just one of the fastest moves Mario has. And like, you don't always, like, obviously Spike Shield is very good, and it is, I did rate it S tier, and I think it is like almost mandatory. It's just makes things so much easier for you. It's not like every loadout has a spiky enemy. You can go multiple loadouts with a spiky enemy. Multi-bounce can still be useful. Power bounce, yes. This is probably another S tier because this is Mario's big damaging move if you're going the Paro route. I'm gonna put it below jump because overall, I do think jump has more utility. Power bounce is for a select few enemies, but it is Mario's like biggest damaging move. If you're stacking a lot of power, and it's good for iron clefs, I think it needs to be an S tier for sure. Sleepy Stomp, A tier for sure. Sleepy Stomp is surprisingly useful against a lot of mid bosses. It's really good. It's really good. Like, sometimes you can lock an enemy with it. Like, it's kind of crazy. And Sleepy Stomp is just solid in general. Sometimes you can take out a priority target, like if an enemy has a stopwatch or something, or their own Sleepy Sheep, like you could put them to sleep. Sometimes that's all you need to win the fight without dying or win it quickly, because that guy's not there to inflict status on you. Tornado Jump, another really good pick. Guys, Mario's just got some banger jump moves. I don't know what to tell you. Like, Tornado Jump is really solid. It's way better in Hooktail, I feel, or Gloomtail, but it can be very useful. The tornadoes are actually really good because they hit every enemy, and Dizzy is a surprisingly useful status if enemies have to attack. Especially, like, if you're just trying to live one more turn. I don't know. Sometimes it's really good. I do think it's worse than Sleepy Stomp, though, overall. The mid-boss utility is just so understated, is so fucking good on Sleepy Stomp broskies. Okay, Hammer. I mean, yeah, it's Hammer. It's a good move. It's not S tier because a Hammer is just not as good as Jump, but it is a good move. Like, it's definitely A tier. Like, sometimes you need it. Okay, this I can't really say much about outside of Hammer, if I'm being honest with you. Like, it's got some really solid level up attack power too. Like, doing 6 at level 2 is awesome. Okay, chat, this might be a hot take, but I think Super and Ultra Hammer are not worth going for. I truly do not think Super and Ultra Hammer are worth it in the grand scheme of things. I think they're too slow. Even if Ultra Hammer has the really cool like double hit, I just do not think it's worth it when you could just jump most of the time and it will serve you just as well as long as you've got some power stacked. And also, jump doesn't need to be unlocked. It's there at the beginning, and Ultra Hammer requires Super Hammer to even get. So I do not think Super Hammer and Ultra Hammer are worth it for speedrunning in particular. EX mode, I think high intensity, I think that's a different story. But speedrunning, I never go for these. Now, Power Smash, that's a utility pick. The piercing is actually really good. That's the best part. The piercing plus the high damage scaling. It's +3 per level instead of +2. It's got some great damage scaling. If you've got ice, if you've got freeze on deck, Power Smash has the potential to be the most damaging move in Mario's kit. Like, I've definitely done like 80 damage with one Power Smash before. It's been done. So it can be useful. And it pierces, which is really nice. Sometimes just that alone in like the earlier floors of like an EX mode can be really clutch. Shrink Smash. Ooh, I just don't think Shrink Smash is worth it. Like, it's good defense, but like... I don't know. I guess it could help you, like, it could maybe help you win a fight, but I feel like you could get by. Maybe I'll put it bottom of C because in EX mode, I do think Shrink Smash has a place to like help you get through the later floor mid bosses because they are crazy. But it's teetering the line between C and F because it's really only EX mode where I feel like that's worth it. I feel like both Hooktail and Gloomtail, you would never pick Shrink Smash. Ice Smash, kind of in the same boat, I feel. Might be a little better than Power Jump. Really just EX, maybe Gloomtail, but more EX mode than anything. Because the enemy scaling is just so crazy that freezing an enemy and dealing big damage later, it can be very good. Oh, Quake Hammer though? That's top of A tier, baby. And Fire Drive, honestly, both really good moves. Quake Hammer higher than Fire Drive for me. Actually, Fire Drive probably lower than Sleep Stomp, but these are two really solid moves. Quake Hammer has the added utility of flipping a lot of spiky enemies. Well, just flipping enemies like Poop Patrols and Bristles. Excuse me. So I do think it's it's definitely Mario's best. I do think Quake Hammer is probably Mario's best hammer move. Fire Drive is just decent damage and it burns, which has added defensive utility plus a little bit extra damage, but it's really more like if you've got a lot of power, Fire Drive can kind of pop off. And if you've got an Ice Storm, oh, Fire Drive goes kind of nutty. An Ice Storm and a Fire Drive can go crazy. All right, time to get into the special moves. Okay, Sweet Treat is not fast. Let me be clear. However, Sweet Treat has one thing going for it. And it's that if you're about to die, or you really need FP to make the future fights go faster, or just that fight in general that you're in go faster, and you're running out of items, Sweet Treat is there. It's slow, yes, but sometimes Sweet Treating is faster than just dragging out a fight with no FP, or, you know, dying and having to reset at your last checkpoint. So, while it is very slow, like, there is speed in its utility in those particular situations. I think that is deserving of C tier because of that. Whether or not it's better than Power Jump, I don't know. Actually, I'm going to put it below Power Jump. I do think it's better than Shrink Smash for sure. Earth Tremor is B. Bottom. Actually, I think Earth Tremor is better than Spring Jump. The Earth Tremor has the unfortunate problem of it being very slow. Now, it can be fast-ish because you can do the exact number you need and you can scale its level to make it even faster, but the issue is that it's slow and it takes 2 SP. No, 1 SP for level 1, right? It's not bad, it's just not great. If you're forced to use it, you're forced to use it, and it will get the job done. I mean, it hits invisible enemies. It pierces everything. Like it's a special move. Like Earth Tremor is a really good special move, but it's like you just can't. There's not a lot you can do to make it faster besides, just mashing the A button whenever you hit the right number. And the animation itself is just slow compared to a lot of other moves. So if you can avoid it, you want to, but it's there and it's good. Clock Out. You don't need this. Okay, Clock Out is in the same boat as Shrink Smash, where Clock Out can save you in EX mode, but that's it. Maybe we need a new tier. maybe we need a new tier for this in particular. Because for badges, it's like, okay, you kind of have a clear distinction, but I think we might need a D tier, fam. I think we might need a D tier. What the hell? Oh. Here we go. What the? Okay, D tier is this lets you live sometimes in EX mode. This lets you survive in a bad EX mode seed, so you don't go even slow, or a Gloomtail seed, so you don't go even slower. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's what D tier is, okay? Because that's its one use, is saving you in a really bad situation. Whereas Sweet Treat, all three of these can be useful in their own ways outside of just saving you. Like, Sweet Treat actually has speed applications if you need FP or what have you to, like, go faster. So, like, in the future. Sacrificing the one Sweet Treat use to go faster in the future. Clockout is not that way. Clockout is, oh my god, they have a stopwatch. I don't want to die. Save me. Clock them out. Shrink Smashes. Oh my god, this Dark Koopa Troll mid-boss has 18 attack. I need to shrink it. That's what that is. Okay, Power Lift. Power Lift is on the... It's probably just above Sweet Treat, honestly. Power Lift is very slow. It's good, but, like, if you're stacking mad attack, like, you might not even need Lift. And the defense is just whatever. You really just want it for the power. And on a normal fight, total waste of time, in my opinion. Like, what are you doing? Like, that's the tough part. It's really for mid bosses and for the boss, but like, so it's good for that. I'll leave it there for that for sure. But otherwise, you ain't getting anything out of it. Also, level 1, like level 1 can be godlike, but you really need 2 or 3 to really pop off with Power Lift. Sweet Feast, unfortunately, this move is goated in high intensity. It is not goated for speed. You don't need this. Sweet Treat will do everything you need Sweet Feast to do. It will cost less, and it will be faster because you don't have the regen animations. Showstopper. Okay, I'm going to put Showstopper in C below here because I am not a fan of Showstopper. However, it can be useful and it can one-round loadouts. If you've watched Bringle, you know, because he loves using Showstopper. And so, for some reason, sometimes even at level 1, he'll just get like 4 or 5 enemies. And it pisses me off because that never happens to me. So clearly it can be like good. But I usually stay away from it personally. But I won't deny that it has its use. It has its uses. It can be good. It can also be very slow and miss. So I feel like C tier is perfect. Well, C tier doesn't need anything. What does Lift need? Actually, these need to be higher. Sorry. Wait. No, they don't. Wait. What is C? C? I said C is like you're relying on things, but I think maybe moves need to be different. Maybe moves need to be different. Maybe I need to tier these different. I might need to re-tier. I think S, A, and B are fine. I think C is just really niche use cases. Or like a risk reward. Like, it has to be a niche use case or risk reward factor. And B is like outclassed, but can be fast if you've got nothing else. Or like more generally useful. Like it's not like super slow. Because like Earth Tremor is like slow, but it's not slow. It's just slower than like multi-bounce or like a shooting star or something, you know? But like sometimes Earth Tremor is the fastest play given your options. So yeah. Okay. I'm gonna have to redo these tiers. I'm gonna have to redo these tiers. So. What? Showstopper needs you to take 2 star powers. Yeah. I do still think it's probably bottomless. I don't think it's F because like sometimes you're forced into it. And if you're forced into having Showstopper, it's like you could use it. Maybe these are can be fast, but usually slow. Maybe that's what C is. I don't know. I'm gonna have to do a section where I just fucking redo all the tiers, or at least C, D, and F, or C and at least C. I don't know. We'll see. Whatever. I'll figure that out when I edit it. Okay, Art Attack. Kind of in the same boat as Earth Tremor. A little slower than Earth Tremor because you have to wait for the whole thing to run out. But it can clear loadouts for you. Or at least clear enough enemies that like your partner can finish them off. Or vice versa, your partner does something and you finish off with Art Attack. It's not the fastest, but it can room clear in 1 turn compared to like other things in Mario's kit, depending on your build. Supernova? Okay. I think Supernova is C. But it's only C because you need so much star power to get it. It's like, unless you're getting real unlucky and like forced into star powers, you're probably not getting Supernova a lot. However, if you do have it, have you ever gotten Art Attack? I think I've gotten Art Attack for sure. I don't know about Supernova, but I'm pretty sure I've gotten Art Attack before. I mean, how likely is it? I mean, is it just is it almost impossible to get Supernova? Like, are you not even forced into it? Maybe it's actually worse. Maybe this is another EX mode thing. I mean, I've definitely been forced to take SP that many times, I think. Well, assuming you get Supernova, I do think it's better than all of these. Well, okay, it's not better than Lift. Let's weigh the not getting it to getting it ratio here. Let's like split down the middle here. It's if you have it, it is, well, I lied. Sorry, you should not be taking. You shouldn't even get like. Assuming you get Supernova, you're barely going to use it because you have to build up all the SP to use it, and by that point, you should probably be in a position where you can just Earth Tremor or Art Attack. I'm actually going to put Art Attack here. Earth Tremor is easy to use. Art Attack is a little harder. Supernova is almost impossible to use. You have to be doing really bad to take that many turns to build up that much SP, or have a cracked star power build going, which is rare. Now, Supernova is strong. It can lay waste to an entire room easily. It does so much damage, but like the chance of you actually being able to use it before everything just dies is not good. Okay, we are done with the special moves. Moving on to partners in like 2 seconds. Okay, let's do head bonk. I mean, head bonk is a solid move. Goombella suffers from not having a spike shield equivalent for partners. for head bonk specifically. Like, it's still fast, it's strong, but... Well, okay, that's being unfair. Let's do this. It should be A tier. Head bonk is still very strong and fast. It's just a Mario jump. Tattle, do not use this. If you are using this, turn on the show HP thing. Why aren't you? Multi-bonk, one of the boss killers. Multi-bonk is really strong. Trying to think here. Is multi-bonk? Oh, it's probably S tier material. I mean, it's a boss killer, and you need that kind of that. If you're slow against the dragons, you are losing big time. So to have a partner move that lets you do that is good, and multi-bonk is one of those moves. Scope out? No. Iron bonk though? Iron bonk? Now that's the perfect top of A tier right there. Iron bonk is Iron bonk is probably Goombella's best move in a vacuum. In the context of a speedrun, it's slightly worse than multi-bonk, but Iron bonk gets shit done because it's invincible. Goombella can even hit charged puffs without any drawback. Like, she just is immune to everything. And it's decent. It's literally just her head bonk damage. It's crazy. It's really fucking good. It does take 2 moves. You need to grab. But the thing is, you can just grab multi-bonk and then iron bonk and you're set. Sometimes you don't get 2 Goombella moves, but here's, you know. Rallywink. I do not think Rallywink plus Mario is very good. Well, I'll put it at the bottom. God, actually, the thing is, like, it can be there. It can be useful. Trying to think here. Is it better? Okay, it's probably here. I don't think it's better than Sweet Treat. The thing is, like, if you don't have a pair, this thing needs Paro Mario to be good. Otherwise, there's no reason to use it. It needs Paro Mario. Otherwise, you should not be choosing another Goombella move at all. It's just no. No. Okay. Shell Toss, top of A, for sure. Koops is, Koops is an insanely fast partner, by the way. You're going to be seeing a lot near the top for him. He's got some banger moves. Shell Toss being one of them. Probably the fastest single target attack in the game. It's so fast, especially if you flick. If you know, like, how to flick the control stick to make it instantaneous. Just, you know, it's good utility too. It can hit spiked enemies, fire enemies. Like, it's only limited by air. Koops can hit every ground enemy with Shell Toss except for aerial enemies. And I think enemies that have Spite. I think Koops is affected by Spite, but that is rare and not worth knocking it down at all. I think if someone put Shell Toss in S tier, I would not argue, but I think it's top of A for me. Power Shell, however, I mean, we have to be real. Like, it's like loadout for loadout, nothing is beating a Koops Power Shell if the enemies are grounded. Nothing. It is so fast, so strong, so cheap too. Like, that's another thing. It's 2 FP for the level 1. So if you have one Flower Saver Peon, it's 1 FP for what could be a like 20 plus damage attack with like 5 Mega Rush Ps, like, or more. Like, do you see what I'm like? It's when you see like the crazy god runs that the world record holder has, it's Power Show, baby. It's all Power Show. Coops is cracked. Withdraw, do not take. It is not worth it. Shell Shield. Okay, this has EX mode utility. That's what we're gonna put it in. It's probably better than Clock Out. Well, you know what's actually kind of goated, but and a little slept on? Bulk Up, dude. I think this is bottom A. It might be a little... I don't know where this actually is yet. Bottom of A? Is it better than Hammer? It might be better than a lot of these, actually. Bulk Up is a sleeper pick. Bulk Up is just fast power lift. And that can be really good on if for... Well, okay, actually, Bulk Up is a... Okay, hold on. Let's not go crazy. Let's do... Let's do bottom of B. Sorry, it's Mario focused. It's a Mario centric thing, but it's a quick and dirty power lift for Mario. It's not really good if you use it on Coops. Like, he could just probably be better served. Like, if you're building into Coops and he has a good build going, you don't need Bulk Up. But like, if you're going Mario, Bulk Up is one of those supporting moves like Rally Wink that can be really good. However, I think Bulk Up is just better than Rally Wink, like full stop, and by a pretty big margin. Because more power means less time power bouncing. And it's fast. It is a much faster lift. And it's not even that expensive. Shell Slam. Yep. I think these are the two best moves for going fast in the game. Shell Slam gets stronger per enemy it hits, and it pierces for more FP. And it's still super fast. Not as fast as Power Shell, but like, it's fast, bro. You get these two moves, you're set. You're cooking if you've got some attack on Coops. Now, obviously, I do want to say there's a pretty big caveat that like these moves get destroyed by aerial enemies, but like that's why if you even got just multi-bounce and Shell and Spiky Shield with Mario at like with not a ton of power, you support these two moves in being just so fast. They're so fast. Okay. Body Slam. Listen, if you have to use it, you have to use it. It's sitting in C tier. These are gonna... Oh, dude. Chat, I might need to make a separate tier. Because these are moves you have to take. Well, no, Sweet Treat's in here. Never mind. I'm lying. Okay, Body Slam is at the top. It's not a bad move. It can hit a lot of enemies. It's just slow. But honestly... In the grand scheme of things, I don't know. I guess all the base moves are actually not, like, terrible. Anyway, Gale Force. Okay. Gale Force is so situated. Someone's gonna say, what about that loadout Bringle Gale Force? And I'm gonna tell you that was like a 1 in a million, bro. Like, that was crazy. Not actually 1 in a million, but that was crazy. Anyway, Gale Force is like... where am I putting Gale Force, bruh? Gale Force is... Okay, here. Above Rally. Gale Force is like... No, Gale Force is in the same realm as Showstopper, but more accessible. Gale Force is, I've got nothing left. I need to get rid of all these enemies. And maybe you multi-bounce to make it easier, but... Like, you lose out on a ton with Gale Force, and it's slow, and it doesn't always work, and if it doesn't work, it's a feels bad man, and... Lip Lock... I mean, Lip Lock is good, but, like, I'm gonna be so real with you, I do not think Lip Lock is even worth it. Dodgy Fog, absolutely. Blizzard, however, I think Blizzard is fast. Maybe not as fast. Maybe not as good as like Quake Hammer and Sleepy Stomp and Fire Drive, but I do think probably a little better than Tornado Jump. In fact, Blizzard and Tornado Jump combo together really well, especially if there's aerial and ground enemies, because again, the tornadoes hit everything, and it freeze in this game, if you didn't know, and I didn't mention this in the badges, I'm sorry, but freeze doubles the damage of the next hit. It's kind of like, it's basically Breath of the Wild's freeze status. So if you are frozen, the next hit while you're frozen will deal double its damage. So it's really good AoE, because you can use an AoE with Mario after freezing with Blizzard. And I don't know, like, it's slow, but like freeze is crazy, and like if this is the build you've got, like, you can do things. Like I got oh god, I think I got one of my PBs with Blizzard, because I had such an insane, I had like 5 Mega Rush Ps with Blizzard, and that shit goes hard. It's just slower than Power Shell. So, you know, but it can be good. It can be pretty fast. It can be fast mainly because you can get that double damage on Blizzard, but the FP, it's pretty FP hungry, this strategy, because you're using Blizzard and then Tornado Jump or Multi Bounce or Fire Drive or what have you, usually. So, but if you've got the build for it, it can go pretty fast. And freeze is just a solid status all around, because it also locks the enemy. Thunderstorm is not, unfortunate. I actually love Thunderstorm, but I do not think it's worth it in a speedrunning context. You have to take so many moves. It takes a long time to do, and it's just not worth it over just using Blizzard and another move to deal double damage. So and the FP cost is pretty high. I just don't think Thunderbolt is really a move you need to like concern yourself with for Flurry. It's really, to me, Flurry is really just Blizzard. Like, if I got to use Body Slam and Gale Force, I will. Like, really not even Gale Force I won't use, but like Body Slam, yeah, obviously. If Flurry's my only partner, I'm using Body Slam. It's not the worst, but like, I'm really going for Blizzard then, if I've got Flurry with me. And just Flurry. Like, I'm going for Blizzard. Because that's, in my eyes, that's the fastest thing that she can do. Okay, on to Yoshi. Ground Pound. Yeah, I mean, Ground Pound I think is just a worse. It's the worst of the Power Bounce, Multi-Bonk, Love Slaps. I think Ground Pound is the worst of all of them. It is the slowest. And Yoshi having base 1 damage really hurts because the level ups only increase the amount of hits he does. So he sits at that 1 base, which can be pretty tough to work with, actually. Enemies get some pretty good defense scaling, especially in the X mode. And it's just, you know, it's slower, so. But if Yoshi's what you've got as a boss killer, like Ground Pound has been serving challenge runners since forever. So it's not like it's a bad move, it's just slow. Honestly, like, I know it's got boss killing potential, but yeah, I mean, if you've got, I think it's worse than Ironbone, probably. Lickety Spit is a move that's like, if you've got it, you got nothing else, it can be good. Otherwise, you know. Egg Barrage is kind of comparable to Ground Pound. I actually think Egg Barrage can be pretty good. I've definitely used it before. I think it's a little better than Ground Pound. But it's really only good against single targets. So again, it's like a mid-boss boss killer. That's really all it's good for. But those mid-bosses and bosses suck up a lot of time, so if it's good against them, it definitely like has some really good utility there. Gulp. Nope. This is like a Ms. Mouse steal, but you need a... I think Gulp is more limited than Kiss Thief. I like never even bother with Gulp with Yoshi. Maybe this is something that needs to be explored, Gulp with Yoshi. Maybe this is something that needs to be explored more, but for now, I'm not... I've never bothered to take it. I always skip it. Mini Egg, I think, is in the exact same vein as Shrink Smash, but worse. And Stampede is... Gosh, probably here. Because Stampede is really bad unless you have Peril Yoshi. Just Peril partners in general. And like, if you've got Peril partners that are not Yoshi, Stampede is really slow and it only hits grounded enemies, just like Power Shell. So it's like, the damage potential is insane. Yoshi needs less investment than Koops. However, the speed difference is insane. And Koops deals one big hit, whereas Yoshi's hits are kind of like, are all like ground pound, where they just do more hits. I actually don't know what Stampede's level ups do off the top of my head, Chad. I'm so sorry. I don't use Stampede, but it's not like it's a terrible move. It's just, I feel like with the ability to choose multiple partners, you usually have at least one that is like straight up better than Stampede, like Fiery Jinx or Blizzard or Koops. Or even, even Smoke Bomb is better than Stampede in my opinion. So 4, 5, 6 hits. Okay, yeah. So it's literally like ground pound. Thank you. That's what I thought. But yeah, so that means it just ain't worth it most of the time. However, if it's all you got, it can be good to use. Like, it's not the worst, but it gets outclassed pretty hard. Definitely better than Lickety Spit. All right, Vivian. Shade Fist is a solid move. I think it's just right here, bro. I think it's kind of the same. The burn is nice. Shade Fist is just a single target attack like Flurry and Koops, but is basically as slow as Flurry. Curse, honestly, can be pretty valuable. I'm gonna put it... Oh gosh. Curse can slow mid-bosses, and sometimes a mid-boss not being able to attack for just one turn is enough. Better with Mario setups, obviously, but like, it can be useful, so I'll kind of... I don't think it's better than Earthtremor. It's better than Stampede. Probably better than these, actually. Neutralize is a, hey, you don't got, if you don't have, I pick Curse over Neutralize every time, so I would say don't even bother with Neutralize, personally. However, I'm not going to do that because, kind of like Shell Shield, it can stop Mario from like getting status by like an inevitable stopwatch or Sleepy Sheep or what have you, so I think it's probably here. Veil. Nope. Veil? No one's played with it. It has Rally Wink properties at level 2, but I no. Fiery Jinx is where Vivian really is. And I think that's because it's just a better fire drive, in my opinion. Like, they're kind of the same move. You know, fire drive only hits grounded enemies, has a higher base, but Fiery Jinx has the potential to do so much more because it hits everything. And because partners are just easier to work with in general. They have the same base. Oh, they do have the same base. Oh my god, you're so right. I'm sorry. I was thinking of just vanilla. Oh my god. Yeah, Fiery Jinx is just a straight up better fire drive. Also because partner, again, utilizing Mega Rush P is easier than utilizing Mega Rush, so I think Fiery Jinx overall just has an easier time doing what it needs to do compared to Fire Drive. They're about the same, in my opinion. I just think Fiery Jinx edges it out. Infatuate. Okay. Infatuate is hilarious. and can end a fight if there's one enemy left, but it's like I would never take this, but in EX mode, like if you have a really bad partner loadout, like it's not like Infatuate can go fast sometimes. And for that, it's going at the top of D. It's really, sometimes this can save you too. Infatuate is actually a very strong move. It's really good in high intensity, but I'm not gonna discredit the situations where it can actually be the best play, because it can just wipe out an enemy for free. Especially if the partners do not have anything going for them and it's Mario doing all the work and he can't finish all of them off at once for whatever reason. Like, Bomb. I think Bomb is the fastest of these three. Of the non-shell tossers. I guess I'll call these four moves the hammer. Like, they have the hammer damage on them. You know, they're not like jump like head bonk. And they're not their own thing like ground pound. Bobberies is the fastest of them all that are not shell toss. So he's kind of basically in that same area. Bomb Squad, nope. It's just not worth it. It's too slow. Hold Fast, same thing. Poison Bomb, same thing. Like, here's the thing. If you're getting bombast, I don't know what's going on, bro. But, like, it can... I think it can do the things. Probably better than... Probably... Jesus. Put it... Okay, I'm just gonna put these three at the top. Like, that's how it needs to be. Yeah. If you're getting Bombast, I don't know what's going on, but, like, it's not like he can't do damage with Bombast. It's still Bombast. So... Like, he's just slow. Megaton Bomb, yep, do not, nope. Bobbery has two moves that are usable. That's Bomb and Bombast. I'm sorry, fam. That's just how it is. If you get Bobbery in a race, well, you know what to do. You find another partner. He's just a tank at that point. He's your HPE sponge. That's what I use him for. Not for his moves. Love Slap is, I think, the strongest of these moves, because even though Love Slap starts at 1, it pierces defense, which just gives it a little more power. And honestly, it's kind of fast. Like, honestly, I think this is faster than Ground Pound, if I'm being honest. Maybe Multi-Bonk is a little faster. I don't know. I actually use Mouse more than Goombella for dragons, so I'm gonna put it above Goombella, because personally I use Mouse more. Whether that's slower or not, I don't know, but I think they're both really fast, so I think it's pretty negligible. Especially because, again, Mouse just has crazy power. Like, the piercing is very good. Love Slap also got some buffs. I think it can attack anything. Almost anything. More than it could in vanilla, so Love Slap is pretty good. Also, Love Slap is insanely good for Iron Clefs, if you happen to get them in EX mode, or rarely Gloomtail. Kiss Thief. Kiss Thief is an interesting move, because I'm going to put it top of A. Or actually, I'm going to put it right below... No, I'm going to put it top A. The reason why I'm putting it in A and not S is because, one, sometimes you don't get it. Like, sometimes you just don't get Kiss Thief. Well, that's weird to say, because sometimes you just don't get Mouse. Okay, I'll put it bottom of S, because Kiss Thief can change things. Like, it's not the best anymore, because I feel like working the shop angle is a more reliable thing than working Kiss Thief. However, Kiss Thief has been majorly buffed. You can attack You can steal from like any position basically. So Kiss Thief is actually better than it was in Infinite Pit, and it was already one of the best moves in Infinite Pit, but like I just think in this one, like obviously it's very good, but I feel like a lot of the times you could get set up quickly, especially in like a Hooktail Tower where you don't need Kiss Thief. But if you have it and you find like a Mega Rush P or something, an extra one, like it's guaranteed then, and it's very good. So like Mao's that utility never left. It's just a slightly dampened, I guess I should say. Like it's just not as prominent as it was in Infinite Pit. But like if you saw Kiss like Mao's, you were like, we got Kiss Thief, we're good to go. But now it's like, okay, sometimes you don't get Kiss Thief, and when you do, sometimes it's too little too late, or sometimes, you know, obviously enemies don't always have the items or badges, but like it can still explosively like shoot your run up to being very fast if you've got good spreads of items and badges, and like those weren't going to be rewards or something. So yeah, like Kiss Thief is still very good. I just don't think it's as top 3 move in the game material as it was in Infinite Pit. Tease is whatever, do not worry about this. Embargo is I need to be saved. Please save me in the X mode. Listen, if I don't have Kiss Thief, I'm picking Embargo every time. That's all I'm saying. Smoke Bomb, I think is literally this. It feels the same as Fiery Jinx for me, but it's better than Fiery Jinx in my opinion. Because it also dizzies, and it's slow, but like, it's slow, but I think it hits more things than Fiery Jinx does. Like I truly think it's just a better Bombast. Like it's just a better Bombast, honestly. A cheaper Bombast. Yeah, it is. It is less FP, absolutely. Yeah, it's just a cheaper, slightly weaker Bombast, and you can still do a lot with it. I guess if someone put Fire Jinx above it, I wouldn't argue. But I use Smoke Bomb. I've used Smoke Bomb more in my time speedrunning than I have Fiery Jinx, for sure. And then Smooch, yeah, no. You don't need Smooch. Okay. This list actually looks pretty solid. It's tough. Let me be clear about this list. This list in particular is tough. Because moves... moves are pretty context specific. Because some moves... Here's the thing. Moves in the S tier are just good. They're just good moves. If you have these partners, or like these moves, you're probably going to go pretty fast. But like, you can get a seed where Power Shell is like the worst thing because so many enemies are aerial. Like, so grabbing these other moves is important because they offer the utility you need to sometimes break through particularly bad loadouts for the moves that are actually the fastest, but can sometimes have big drawbacks. Like it's weird in that way. And also moves inherently, besides the FP and levels, are really dependent on your badge builds because if you've got, you know, Mario is better if he has more power than partners, obviously, and vice versa. So it's like, what I'm trying to say is that these moves, I'm kind of assuming that you're getting what you need to make them really good, because when they're really good, they're really good. Like, you're seeing world records being set with these moves, especially Power Shell and Shell Slam and multi-bounce and power bounce, because these moves are just good. Like, they're just, if you get everything you need for them, they are fast. And also, particularly in Mario's case, his moves are good because he provides utility that other partners cannot for the team. So like Quake Hammer, Sleepy Stomp, Fire Drive, Tornado Jump, in particular, and Multi Bounce are very good at providing utility for certain partners like Koops. And just if he has decent damage, he can facilitate 1-round KOs for partners who have slightly less attack power than if they have like 3 Mega Rush Ps instead of 5. Just as an example. Like, so I just feel like badges are a little more straightforward because they're just a badge. Whereas a move, I don't know, I just feel like moves are a little more complex. Like, obviously you're always gonna shoot for Koops, but like, yeah, I don't know. Sometimes it's a little more nuanced, I guess. I can't wait to re-listen to this and listen to these tier descriptions and, I don't know, figure out what the hell I'm gonna write for them. Anyway, I think this is a solid list. It's kind of where I thought you can kind of see where the partners are. So like, a lot of Flurry and Bobbery are down here. But other than that, almost every partner has some kind of use. Special moves, obviously, not very fast, but they get the job done when they need to, like Earth Tremor. I'm putting Earth Tremor above Power Smash, actually. Yeah, I think these are pretty good. I think this looks pretty good. There's definitely more good moves than you would think. But I do think there's actually quite a few good moves to take, which is nice. There's some variety. There's options available to you. So, yeah. Still. But let me save, bro. Speedrun tier list. Moves. Feb 2026. All right. Why does it just say speedrun, bro? Okay, whatever. It doesn't matter. I don't care. Okay, items are going to be a little different. Items are going to have... items need to have a very specific tier list, not letters, because it's just really interesting. JD Acer, can you tell me all the cooked items, please? All the items you can get only from cooking? Or is there a way to send that? Basically, all the cooked items need to go into one tier for me, because I've never cooked an item in my life. The last 5? Okay. Okay, let's just delete. I think we only need 2. Okay. Okay. We have 3 tiers. Okay. S, A, and F. S is good items. These are good items. They are good for healing and good for attacking. Okay. And just overall good utility. A is not good, or not as good, as in these can be good, but I do need a 3rd tier. I'm so dumb, bro. I'm so dumb. What color is it? Okay, it's just this one. B is... A is like slightly worse, but still can be pretty good. B is don't use these. F is you'll never get these because why are you cooking? Okay, that's it. That's it. F is the what was bro cooking tier. B is don't use. And S and A are used basically to pull it down to its to the basics. Okay, we'll just go in order. Okay, listen. I'm gonna tell you right now, most of these items are gonna be good because you can use them outside of battle, right? So like, what are items that you would skip? That's really what I'm looking for. Actually, let me just make the tier list. I'm not ordering any of these, by the way, because it'd be way too hard. Actually, maybe I will try to order it. I don't know. Okay, you know what? I'm gonna put. You know what? I'm gonna try to discern. I'm gonna try to discern. I think these are really good. I think. That's good. Sure, fam. I think the 5 is better. You're not gonna use this really. Nope. No. Yeah, Thunderbolt. This is better than a mushroom. Hellblock is cracked. Fireflower is this is cracked. This is super good actually. Thunderate, Shooting Star. Actually, I don't think they're as good as them. Shooting Star is pretty good. Sleepy Sheep? No, I don't really use status items. These are all whatever. Fright Mask is insane because, by the way, I'm not talking about a lot of these because, like, here's the thing. Almost every healing item is usable in this game. Like, I'm not gonna say, yo, don't use a mushroom. Don't just throw it out. Like, nah, bro, if you got a mushroom in your inventory, fucking use it if you need to heal. Like, it's not a bad item. It's just not as good as, like, using a cake or healing your FP, which generally makes things go faster, or a Fright Mask, which can literally one round a mid-boss that has, like, 100 HP, which is insanely fast. So, don't use this. By the way, B is unordered. Life Shroom can be good, but it's really only good for Paro Mario. Dried Shroom, nope, bad. Nope. Power Punch is really good because it is a 1.5 times multiplier on your base attack, so it makes you insane. Don't use this. Don't use this. Don't use this. Bushi can come in clutch, but it's not like... Well, okay, I'll put it better. Like, these are life-saving. These are lifesavers. Nope, don't need this. Hot Sauce is just way worse. Power Punch, so don't use it. Point Swap, like, okay, listen, Point Swap could be useful, but, like, no. Mystery is for the memes. Wait, what stacks? The Hot Sauce? Oh, you're right. I'm so sorry. Okay. Hot Sauce should be here. Yeah. Oh, it's Wait. It stacks with Power Punch? Oh, wait. Hold on. I'm putting that higher up. That's actually pretty damn good. Then. I didn't realize it did that. I didn't realize it, like, took that. That's pretty sick. Oh, it's +3. I'm sorry. I thought it was +1. Oh, my God. It gets multiplied, though? Okay. Yeah, wait. This is actually cracked. Hold on. That's top of A, then. Might even be bottom S. I don't know yet. We'll see. It might be bottom S. All of these healing items are just solid healing items. I don't fucking know, bro. They're just like, they're solid healing items. Most of these are better healing than the maple syrup. This is basically a hot dog. This is literally a hot dog. This is just better. Okay, the hot dog should probably be up here, huh? Because it heals FP. Basically, FP healing is king in my book. I mean, this gotta be just like the most goated, right? I don't even know what the fuck this heals. Whatever. These are... It's ordered-ish. We're gonna... It's ordered-ish. That's what I'm gonna say. The moose cake is pretty goated, though. Wait, the moose cake is actually really good. Hold on. I don't know what this shit does. Probably around here. Probably better than all these syrup, right? Shroom is 30-10. Moose is 10-30. Ooh. Okay, so I do think then the cake, that the moose cake is better. Okay, egg bomb is like these. It's probably the time. You know what? We're putting this in S actually. I don't know. That's actually pretty solid. The +3 attack. Hold on. You know what? Fuck it. I'm gonna put it. Put it right here. Coconut bomb is pretty solid. I think this one is the worst of them all. Earthquake got a pretty nice buff, but it's... Still think it's worse than Thunder Rage. Is Fire Pop usable only in battle? Only in battle? Okay, I don't know. I guess you could use it. Snow Bunny, good outside of battle. No. What does Healthy Salad do? We're really speedrunning the item section, fam. I think it's a better Maple. Only in battle as well? Yeah. Snow Bunny, I would... Oh, Snow Bunny's only in battle? Never mind, don't use that. I would take the burn, maybe. 20 FP? Yeah, I would probably do that. Electro Pop, I would do too. Electro Pop is just better than all those. This is basically a better hot. Is hottest dog +3? Okay, that's just better. I don't know if I would actually. That's not true. Hot sauce doesn't heal. I don't know if I would use shroom broth personally. Still, I don't know what like. Some of these are just like varying. What does the parfait do? Help. What does the parfait do? Parfait +5 regen. Okay, that's pretty good, but I would put it down here. Okay, Meteor Meal is kind of cracked though. Like if you use it on like the person who like Mario, if Mario's not the main attacker, this can be kind of cracked. I'll put it bottom S. You don't need this. You don't need allergic status. This is one of the best items in the game. Oh, you can use it at 5/5 outside of battle? Perfect. Okay. Then I would just put it with these guys. Okay, Pow Block should not be this low. Let's just put Pow Block at the bottom of the attacking items, because all the attacking items are actually really good. Oh, Parfait! I see. Thank you. I'll still put Meteor Meal. Oh, it's only regen. Okay, I'll put it actually... Yeah, the SP is pretty cool. I knew Meteor Meal regen star power. Okay, which one of these is the bad one? The Sour Tart is actually pretty good, right? Yeah, what is Sweet Pudding is like uber Sweet Pudding, I don't know. Put them both strong effects. Yeah, okay. They're probably better than like a basic. I'll just put him here. Yeah, that sounds pretty good. I'll just put him here above the shrooms, honestly. Okay. Oh, Fire Flower inflicts burn, doesn't it? I think that's probably good then. Okay, I think this... I think this is our list. Again, I just want to reiterate before I go into the final thing. These are items that you should prioritize grabbing and using. These are items that can be good, just a little less useful, but still good to use. Like, the difference, the reason why these are better is because they're multi-healing, and usually multi-healing is preferred. You're not running like double peril or double danger, so usually one character can benefit from the multi-healing while also doing FP. And then these are just like, you know, basic healings. Oh, this should be here. What is this not up here? Where's my hot dog? It's literally just that. Okay. Like, this is just an attack mushroom. It's literally just an attack mushroom. This is just a thunderbolt. You know what I'm saying? Like, some of these, like, they're fine. These are items that I would recommend not using, either because they're slow, unreliable, or just needs more setup than it's worth. Like, honestly, point swap is good. I never use point swap. I just don't think you need point swap, because, like, if you're gonna get a partner into peril, just let him die, bro. Like, that's a lot of time spent trying to manipulate your FP for no reason. Yeah, it's not worth it. And then, again, these 5 are items that you will probably never get speedrunning unless you decide to actually talk to Zesty. But why would you do that when you could just keep going and go faster? Because these items are not worth it. Just get one of these items to heal. And this is a pretty damn good attacking item, but, like, you don't need that shit, man. And you don't need Trials 2 either. The one time you could use Supernova quick turn 1 is with Trials 2. Anyway, that's it for the item tier list. Yeah, like, here's the reasoning, basically. It's like, I think this is better. I think Poison Shroom is just insane because it cuts any boss's HP in half. You can use it on mid bosses or the final boss. I really like to do that personally. This is just an all-around great item because it clears loadouts sometimes or mid bosses for free. Unreliable, so actually I'm going to put Power Punch above. Power Punch is just a straight 1.5 times multiplier. Again, it is insanely good. Like, it's so strong, bro. Like, it is a multiplier. So if you have 20, like, just, it's a 1.5, hold on, let me just, sorry, I can't do math in my head right now. Oops. Like, listen. 20 attack. If you have 20 attack and you use Power Punch, you now have 30 attack. It's literally fucking plus 10 attack. Okay? Like, just let that sink in. This is why Power Punch is insane. Okay? Then we have the attacking items. Now, attacking items are just straight up damage. They can be very good, especially early on. Like, if you have a bad shop, but you have, like, Shooting Stars or Thunder Rages or something, you can just buy, like, I don't know, 4 or 5 and just fucking breeze, like, through a bad fight. Like, sometimes this really saves some time. And knowing when to use these items is a key skill for, like, a racer, in my opinion. This can make or break, like, taking the lead or, like, going through a bad loadout, like, cleanly. Like, it's good. These are charged, which I did not know, but they stack with, they actually get multiplied by Power Punch, which means they're very good because they're both +3. The only reason Hot Sauce is above Hottest Dog is because Hottest Dog heals, and if you have a peril partner, you don't want to heal them out of peril, so this just gives that flat +3 without the healing. The rest are literally just multi-healing items that do some shit or heal you. And you might think, Cappy, why is this below? Why is this below? You might be thinking, Cappy, why is Honey Syrup in S tier? It is because FP is very, very, very important in every single tower, and even 5 FP can be the difference between one rounding a floor and having a floor take like 4 turns, okay? So, like, you gotta heal that FP, bruh. That's why Flower Finder is in S tier in the badge tier list. So, yeah, these are the items. A bit of a speed run of this one because, again, and I'm going to tell you right now, I did not put much thought into the ordering of these. Some of it is probably wrong. I'm going to be real with you. I do not care. uh, Basically, past this right here, everything is just kind of the same. Ordered slightly in a way that I think makes sense. Same with A tier, honestly. Like, it's basically unordered, I would say, in the grand scheme of things, besides, like, maybe the top 5 here, which are just good single target damage, pretty solid regen. Actually, I put this below these two. Yeah, because Bushi can come in clutch to live, and against bosses, against Bonetail if you're Mario. If you're a Mario, even the partner too. Like, if you just want to keep them alive for 2 turns. And Life Shroom can be clutch, especially if you're Mario Peril. Really bad for partner peril, though. You do not want Life Shrooms for partner peril. The rest is just, like, some more limited healing, like single target HP and stuff. Again, these are... I don't recommend using these. They are unordered. Don't use them. And this is... You're never going to get them. Because why are you talking to Zesty? Stop it. Get some help. I can't wait to make this video and the item tier list video, and it's gonna be like 2 minutes. Okay. Tower of Trials. Speed running. Tier list. Items. Feb 2026. Nice. YouTube short? Now hold on, Adobe, you might be cooking. Maybe I make this one a YouTube short. We'll see. Okay. That is it for the tier list. Once again, let me just give you a brief look. Sorry for the ads, it went out of presentation mode. Here's the items, here are the moves, and here are the badges. And hopefully the videos for these will be up in the next few weeks. Oh, definitely Herald, bro. 1000% Herald. Okay, let me go to Blue Sky. Let me post my creations. Okay. Sorry, I was just absentmindedly clicked my notifications. Okay. Tower. Let me do hashtag Paper Mario Tower of Trials speed running tier lists. F tier is on. All tiers took all 3 towers into account. All tiers are ordered except for F tier and B, and also B tier for items. LOL. Alright, here's badges, moves, items. I'm gonna put badges, moves, items. There we go. Patented Cappy. Dude, gotta put the LOL in there somewhere, bro. If I don't put the LOL in, it's not a post. plus not resetting for goods. Okay, I think this is good. Yeah, it's their problem now. There it is. You could do that, Angel. That sounds good. Okay. I think that's it for me, fam. I'm tired. Need to make some tea. I'll see you guys on Friday for some Hooktail speedruns. Tower Trials Hooktail Tower speedruns. Or PB. Might stream something else too, I'm not really sure yet. Because I might just do like 4 runs or something. We'll see. I'm feeling. Okay. Alright, make sure you hit me on the socials. These videos will be up on YouTube at some point. Yo, follow me on Blue Sky, that's where I just posted it. Join the Discord. Make sure to check out the YouTube. I got some shorts for the second channel that I gotta work on, and the highlights for the Christmas bash are chugging along. They should be done hopefully this month. And I'll hopefully get these tier list videos up this month too. Because they're not too bad editing these. It's just cutting a bunch of stuff, so. Yeah, I think that's it for me. Alright, what we got going on? Angel, it's a cool name, honestly. I think it's dope.
Oh, sisters, you so wise and true. When it's my time to go, won't you lay me down under granum crowns, and I'll be sleeping in the cold below, sleeping in the cold below. Sisters below, we're going where the winds don't blow.
Alright, hold up. I think somebody on this podcast I follow is playing Kirby Air Riders. I might just read him.
Today we sail on the solar rail.
Oh, you know what, chat? While we're waiting, really quick, because this. Yo, chat. If you want to play in my server Archipelago, tonight is the last night to sign up. You have like literally 2 hours to sign up if you wanted to participate. So join the Discord server if you want to do that. That's it. That's all I got. Alright, we're gonna raid Games Cage. That's what we're gonna. Wait, what? I need 16 more subs, Angel, to play Escape from Ever After. Yeah, we got a lot. We got a lot to go, bro. We're gonna drop 10 gifted. I mean, you can still drop 10 gifted. When it's time? Okay. When it's time? Okay. Alright. Sorry. Okay, I'm gonna send you guys the games cage. He's playing Kirby Air Riders if you wanted to play with him and his chat. But not me, I'm going to bed. I'm not going to bed, I lied. I'm probably gonna go play Warframe. In like 30 minutes because I need to get some tea. Yo, Scooby-Doo? Nah, that's hype, bro. That's hype. Alright, fam, I'll catch you guys later. Catch you guys on Friday for some Tower Trials speedrunning. And maybe a little more after, we'll see. Good night!